Hello, everybody, it's Tim again here, another movie review, this time for Hypnotic, directed by Robert Rodriguez and starring Ben Affleck. And what's the actress's name? I think it's Alicia Braga. I think she was in The Suicide Squad by James Gunn. She was also in Predators. She's been in a lot of stuff. She was in I Am Legend with Will Smith. But anyway, this film, it got like really terrible reviews. I know it completely tanked at the box office, and it got really horrible reviews. Watching it, I'm like, it's not that bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. I thought this was a decent time waster. I'd give it a 2.5 out of 4. As a movie, for what this movie is, which pretty much is a science fiction thriller, it's decent. The movie starts out like it's trying to be like kind of like a generic cop film almost, like with Ben Affleck searching for this William Fichtner or whatever who plays this, the guy who has the ability to like hypnotize people and make them like go out and kill themselves or commit robberies and shit. And he's like chasing after him. At the same time, Ben Affleck's daughter is being kidnapped by this other person, and you find out that William Fichtner had something to do with it, and he's pretty much chasing after him, trying to figure out what's going on and where his daughter is or whatever. And then he teams up with Alicia Braga, or his character, who's like this psychic who also is a hypnotic, and they eventually team up together. His partner gets taken over, and they have to end up shooting him in the head, Ben Affleck's cop partner. Ben Affleck's acting in this film, he does have some weak moments. He's never been a great actor, but he can work great in the right roles, like Good Will Hunting, or The Town, or in Argo. Like, he's really good in those roles, and he's great as Batman. Here, he ultimately does a good job. He's good in this flick. He's not great, he's not mind-blowing, but he's good here. The cop thriller stuff we get for like the first half of the movie, it's fine, it's rote, but it's not anything horrible. It just ranges from like passable, okay, to all right. And then halfway through the movie, we get the first big twist where we find out actually Ben Affleck's character is not a cop at all. He actually is a powerful hypnotic himself, and Alicia Braga's character or whatever is his wife, his real wife, and that they had a kid together, and their kid came out like super powerful because it's from two powerful hypnotics. And William Fichtner or whatever is running this organization who wants to get her, just like Firestarter basically, to get her so they can use her powers to control people and all that kind of stuff. And that's basically it. That's the first big twist. And so Ben Affleck has to try to make it to his daughter so he can protect her from William Fichtner's character and everything. Meanwhile, Alicia Braga or whatever, she's teamed up with William Fichtner, thinking that the shop, I guess, which is pretty much the thing is called from the Stephen King books, like Firestarter. Here it's pretty much just called the organization, but it might as well be the shop from Firestarter. She thinks that this will be the best thing for their daughter because she's so powerful, and so she's working against Ben Affleck, and they're putting him back into this fake simulation where he thinks he's a cop again and all that, so they can try to figure out where the whereabouts of the daughter is. But he's got one up on him. He knows he's being put back under or whatever, and so he uses his powers to basically escape. And he goes to his foster parents' house, where it's like Jeff Fahey's one of the characters here, and these characters just kind of come out of nowhere. Like, I get the twist here. This might be where it kind of loses some people, where it just starts as a cop film and all that, like a detective thriller, kind of like action flick. And some people may prefer this, and then when they do the first big twist, because where they're trying to spice it up and throw you off guard, where it's like, well, no, that's not really what's happening. Some people may be upset about that because they want it to just be a cop film, which I can understand that. At first, I was like, it's a little... because I was so used to the cop thriller part of the movie. And so when it throws you the big twist, it's like, not sure how this lands totally. And then when they bring in the Jeff Fahey character, like Ben Affleck's foster parents or whatever, where the little girl is actually staying, it's like, well, these characters are coming in so late because the first half of the movie is building up to the twist, that it's like, well, I haven't really got enough time to spend with these Jeff Fahey and his wife here, so it's like, I ain't got really much to, get to know them or anything. They're just popping up all of a sudden. But they do fine. They're just here to be here. They just help Ben Affleck out. And they don't get killed, which I thought was cool. But William Fichtner and everybody else, the rest of the hypnotics that are working for him, follow Ben Affleck to where his daughter is. You get to see the daughter, and she's like all these dominoes lined up, which was kind of cool. She's like, they're all being knocked down. And she's, of course, psychic. And they show up there to take Ben Affleck out, and they shoot down Jeff Fahey and his wife, but they're not actually dead. Here's where we get the second twist, where we find out that Alicia Braga's character or whatever was actually in on the whole thing with Ben Affleck to protect the daughter, but her memory had basically been erased by Ben Affleck so she could go undercover in William Fichtner's camp. And so it's a twist upon a twist. This one kind of works a little better because, of course, you didn't really want to kill the mom off. I mean, so, sorry about the phone shaking there, but yeah, had to cough. But yeah, this twist pretty much kind of works pretty well. But yeah, but at the same time, it is a twist upon a twist. And you get to the end here, and basically the daughter and Ben Affleck have all the evil hypnotics or whatever, which is what the psychic people in this are called. Basically, all shoot each other. And William Fichtner goes out last, and Ben Affleck makes him like shoot himself like 17 times or something or another. Or well, actually like 5 or 6 times or whatever. It seemed like 5 or 6 times, maybe 3 or 4, in the chest, and kills him. And so it's a happy ending with the family reunited, and they're like, we're free, we're finally free, and then it goes off. Overall, the acting in this is fine. Ben Affleck is good. The little girl who plays the daughter, is good. Alicia Braga is good. Nobody's bad here. This movie's just kind of rote, even with the twist that they threw in it to spice it up. It's just kind of rote. It pretty much is a remake of Firestarter. It really felt like a Stephen King book. But at the same time, this is a better remake of Firestarter than the actual remake of Firestarter that we got. Overall, it's a 2.5 out of 4 movie. This is a decent time waster flick. I didn't mind this film. I would pick it up if I found it for like $5. This film was completely harmless. In terms of recommend or not recommend, though, I'd have to give it a weak not recommend, because there's just nothing really new here. But what it does fine enough. But overall, this is a decent time waster flick. This movie did not make me mad in any way, shape, or form. It did not piss me off. It's just another decent time waster sci-fi thriller cop movie, really. Well, not even really a cop movie, because we find out that's bullshit halfway through it. But yeah, overall, this was a 2.5 decent time killer. This movie did not deserve the completely terrible critic thrashing that it got. But at the same time, it is not a good movie, but it's not a bad movie either. This is just one of those decent time waster movies that'll be completely forgotten after a while after you see it. That won't leave a lasting impression of any kind, but it's not really bad. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again.